time for the show, and here we go. We are, I don't know if that snap was part of it, but it's fine. We are rolling here on Sunday morning, and it's time to make some lineup decisions for you and your fantasy team. So let those questions roll in. I'll be happy to answer them as they come through, but at the moment there are none. So we will get started when we do. Very soon, I'm sure it'll start. But here's my fantasy team for this week. I'm projected to win in the subscriber league. I'm hoping that happens because I've lost 2 straight after winning 4 in a row previously. My team has been very injured this season. We started with Cooper Kupp on IR to start the year. Then Kirk Cousins went down. Now we're rolling with Brock Purdy. And we had Drake London out a couple weeks ago. It's been a little bit up and down, but all right. Looks like we got some questions. Let's take a look. Gerald Alvarado with Kyler or Murray. I mean, are you asking Kyler? Like who else would be Murray? It's Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray. I have. As a decent start this week, I have him at number 14. Is there another Murray I can't think of? I don't know who you're asking about, to be honest with you. In that spot, I'm going to go Kyler over Murray. I'm going to go Kyler Murray. Feel like that's your choice there. If you have another one, go ahead and feel free to ask. But I'm not sure who Murray would be if it's not Kyler. Howell. Okay, Kyler or Howell. That's a close one. That one is very close. I have Howell one spot above. I'm gonna go Howell. I think that volume in the passing game has been really high for him. I think Howell has been a little more consistent. While Kyler is mobile, I think Howell is also mobile. And with no Antonio Gibson, they might pass it a little bit more. While I do trust Brian Robinson a lot, I think Howell is a little bit more proven this season. I think I would go Howell. It's really close, though. If you want to go Murray, it's not a big deal. Your call. Your decision, my friend. But if it was me, I would go Howell just barely. Just barely. Over Kyler. But you're welcome. No problem about it. No problem at all. But okay, back to the questions. Devin Birch asking Quentin Johnston, Rondell Moore, or Darnell Mooney. I don't think I'm going to go Mooney. He hasn't been that good with Fields this season, so I'm not going to go with Mooney. However, I have Rondale and Quentin really close to each other in the rankings. They're both outside the top 40, but I have Quentin one spot higher. I think the fact that Jalen Guyton is injured at the moment. He has a groin injury. He is questionable to play. That's why I'm a little bit hesitant to go with him. Let's make sure he is active. Let's take a look at the inactives list. Where is Jalen Guyton? He was questionable, and he is inactive. Yes. So the fact that Jalen Guyton is not going to play, as you can see right here, inactive. I think Quentin Johnston is going to get a decent volume. There were limited snaps for Keenan Allen in practice this week. No Gerald Everett as well. I think Quentin Johnston had a lot of practice reps as the number 1 in this week's practice. And I think Quentin Johnston is going to be more in the game plan. I'm going to go Quentin Johnston. I don't feel great about it, but I think he might score a touchdown. Rondale Moore did see like 8 targets last week, but he only caught like 5 for like 40. He's not like a deep threat, and I really don't like fully trust Rondale Moore, to be honest with you. So I'm going to go Quentin Johnston. I think there's a little more upside with QJ, the rookie, for the Chargers. But Goat Mode is asking Dalvin Cook, Hubbard, or Chandler. Low-key thinking about taking a risk on Dalvin. Yikes. This is a rough spot to be in. I mean, Dalvin sucked this year. Dalvin's been bad. I don't really know why you would feel confident in Dalvin. I mean, none of them are good, so I get the like hesitation with any of them. But I do have Hubbard ranked the highest. I have Hubbard at 37. Because we're not going to know about Madison. I don't think we know about Madison. He's not guaranteed to play, but if he does, then Chandler gives you like a bagel. So it looks like Madison's going to play, and I think you don't really trust Chandler for that reason. I'm going to go Chuba Hubbard. I think there's the most touches for Chuba. It's not like a good spot. I don't really want to trust like any Panther, to be honest with you. So I get the Cook consideration, but I'd rather not do it. Cook has been terrible this season. I think there's more volume for Chuba Hubbard. It's a bad spot though. You have really brutal options altogether. Good luck to you, Goat Mode. I don't think this is in the subscriber league, is it? I don't believe so. Let me check real quick. No, it's not in the subscriber league. It's just a rough spot. So good luck, man. I'm gonna go Chuba Hubbard, but damn, that's bad. But Big Daddy starting Danny DeVito's nephew over there, Tommy DeVito. Fuck, bro. Good luck, man. I mean, actually, the Commanders don't have like a terrible, defensive matchup there. Maybe I'm wrong about him, but I don't feel good about it. It's not exciting at all. Good luck, Big Daddy. Good luck. But Biggest Bird, good morning to you, nice and blunt. Good noon. Good noon to you as well, Biggest Bird. For my third wide receiver, should I go Chris Godwin, Adam Thielen, or George Pickens? I think I'm gonna go Chris Godwin. I know it's risky. The Niners defense looked really good last week, but I have Pickens here at 37. I have Thielen at 34, and I have Godwin at 32. So it's all rough. It's not ideal, but I think there's a bit more catch-up mode for the Buccaneers in this game. And I think there's some good volume going to Chris Godwin. And I think if one of them has like some upside, I think it would be Godwin. I'm really worried about Thielen right now. Like he is not doing much lately since the bye. It's been pretty brutal. And while Godwin was really bad 2 weeks ago, I don't know. I just trust him a little bit more. I could be wrong. It's either Godwin or Thielen. I think Pickens is a long shot. Less touchdown upside with Freiermuth in the mix. I don't really trust Pickens right now. It's a bad matchup against Cleveland. I'd rather avoid Pickens. But if you want Thielen, I think that's the floor. But I think if you want the upside, I think it would be Godwin. I think there's more touchdown upside for Chris Godwin. That would be my gut speaking. But it's really close. Number 32 versus 34 is not that big of a deal. If you want to go Thielen, he has had a better track record this season, but it has been a little bit bad lately. It's up to you, but I think I'd go Chris Godwin, just barely, just narrowly. But Howard Mighty is asking the Chargers defense or Dolphins defense. That's a good question. Where do I rank those defenses? I think I have the Chargers higher. I do. I have the Chargers at number 9, and I have the Dolphins at number 11. So very close call. The Dolphins secondary has been a little bit better lately, but I don't know. I feel like the Raiders offense is pretty hungry lately. They're playing a little bit better as of late, and I think they have better weapons. I think there's more of like a not shootout potential, but like in garbage time, I think the Raiders might put up a little bit more of a better game than the Packers will. The Packers, if they win, it's going to be like because neither team scores over 20. And I don't think the Chargers will give up more than 20 in their own right. So I'm going to go the Chargers. I don't love it, but I think there's a little more talent overall, and their pass rush probably gets more sacks in this one. I'm going to go Chargers, but good question. It is a close call there, but good luck with the Chargers defense. They can be brutal sometimes, but Brian Gilly is asking in full PPR, Allen or Wolfman Sam Howell. I still got to stick with Josh Allen. I can't bench Josh Allen. He leads the league in touchdowns, and even though Howell does have some upside occasionally, I just can't really trust it as much as I trust Allen. I know he's been turning it over, but the difference between QB 13 and QB 4 is a pretty wide margin. I got to stick with Josh Allen. I don't think I can pivot to Sam Howell. Give me Josh Allen for sure. But also full PPR, 2 flex out of Montgomery, Singletary, Dell, and Hollywood Brown. Thanks, bro, Montana. Okay. Bro, Montana. Nice. Definitely going with Montgomery. I don't think I can bench Montgomery. I know the matchup against the Bears is actually kind of bad. The Bears have been really good on defense against the run, especially lately. But Montgomery is still getting goal line touches. I don't think it's like that big of a drop off between him and Gibbs. It's still a decent committee there. And I do still have Montgomery top 10. I have him number 7. Yeah, I don't think I can bench Montgomery right now. Just want to lean into that Lions offensive line and Montgomery and his goal line touches. So I'm going to start Montgomery. And then at receiver, I hated what I saw from Hollywood Brown last week. He only had 1 reception, 4 targets. He was out targeted by Michael Wilson and Rondell Moore. Obviously, Trey McBride had more targets too. I was worried about Hollywood after last week's game. So I don't really trust him right now. I'm going to bench Hollywood. And it's between Singletary and Dell. Singletary had like an amazing game last week, but 2 weeks ago he had a terrible game. I still don't trust him, and I rank him. Some people are saying I'm too low, but I only have him at number 25. I still think he's a little bit risky, to be honest with you. So I don't trust Singletary. Meanwhile, I don't think you can bench Tank Dell. Tank Dell has been on fire lately. CJ Stroud is also lighting it up, and Tank Dell looks like his favorite target right now. With no Noah Brown, I think there's really high touchdown upside for Tank Dell. I have him top 10. I'm going to go Tank Dell and Montgomery. I have both of them top 10. And Singletary is outside the top 25. So I know it's full PPR. You're a little bit worried about Montgomery and no passing game, but I think he finds the end zone. I think he goes over 10 points. I'm going to go Montgomery and Tank Dell. Good luck to you, Brian Gilly. But Michael Simmons is asking Flex 1, full PPR, Rashee Rice, Hollywood, or Kenneth Walker III. I think I got to go Kenneth Walker. I'm not going to go Hollywood. Hollywood scares me a little bit. It would be between Rashee Rice and Kenneth Walker. I have Rashee at number 24. I honestly love the matchup against the Eagles. They can't really stop the pass at all this year. And Rashee Rice feels like a pretty safe bet to score a touchdown. I think he has a really good game this week. There's some high upside for Rashee. I think he's a great flex play this week. But I think I still got to go with Kenneth Walker. I know it's full PPR, but Walker does catch some passes. And I think after that embarrassing week 1 loss to the Rams, I think they put up a good fight here. I think Walker would still be my play. It's very tempting to go with Rashee, especially in full PPR. I get it, but the difference between running back 11 and wide receiver 24 is a decent margin. I think I'm going to go Kenneth Walker. I don't feel like amazing about it. I think it's just like the safer play. I think you're more guaranteed like 11, 12 points with Walker, whereas Rashee could give you like 20. He could also give you like 7 or 8. And I think Walker is a bit safer. He could also score multiple touchdowns again and really put up like great elite numbers. So I think there's similar ceiling with both, but a higher floor with Kenneth Walker. I'm going to go with Kenneth Walker just to keep it a bit more risk averse. I'm going to go Kenneth Walker III. So good luck to you, Michael Simmons. I hope I'm correct. But if you want to just chase the upside with Rashee, I don't blame you. In full PPR, it's more tempting to go wide receiver in general. But Woolly Mammoth is asking Pacheco or Singletary in half PPR. I think I'm still going to roll with Pacheco. I don't feel great about it. The Eagles matchup is terrible against the run. Like, that's one of the reasons it's so good against the pass. They stop the run so well. But I think this is a shootout, and kind of like the Super Bowl, I think Pacheco will find the end zone and probably offer you like 70, 80 rushing yards. I think they will try to win the time of possession in this game like as much as possible. I think the Chiefs will try to keep the Eagles offense off of the field, and that's why I think they do lean on Pacheco a little bit. He's a safer, more consistent option. Singletary is like so boom or bust. I think you're more likely to get like 10, 11 points with Pacheco, whereas with Singletary, I think you're either getting like 4 or 5 points or maybe 20 points again. So if you really want to chase that boom upside, I think Singletary is an interesting option, but it's not like Pacheco doesn't have that ceiling either. And I think from a floor standpoint, Pacheco is going to be more consistent, more solid, a little more heavily involved From a guarantee standpoint, I think I'm going to go Pacheco. I think Pacheco is a safer bet to score a touchdown. So give me Pacheco over Singletary. I don't feel like great about it. Like I only have Singletary 4 spots lower. So if you just want to trust your gut and go with Singletary, I wouldn't like question you too much. But I think from a safety risk averse standpoint, excuse me, I would go Pacheco. But Ross Roberts is saying, heading into the fantasy playoffs, do you value depth or flexibility more, i.e., having roster spots to stream a defense, etc.? I think it always depends on the depth pieces. Like if you have like some receivers that like you're just never ever going to start like 6 of them and you have like 3 studs, then I'd rather probably have at least one spot available for flexibility, like the defensive streaming option. I think there's always a very good reason to have at least one roster spot that you can drop at a moment's notice and pivot to somebody else on the waiver wire, even if it's just the defense. Like I'm not afraid to roster 2 defenses for that reason, so that you're ready to drop one the next week and pivot to somebody else and stream the position. So I think I favor flexibility just a little bit more for those like fringe positions. Like if you're streaming tight end, it's very valuable. But if you have a stud, then you don't need depth at that position. If you have a stud at quarterback, then you don't really need the depth in the playoffs. It's kind of just to keep them away from your opponents. So I think flexibility is usually a little bit more valuable. But at spots like receiver and running back, I think having 5 options that you feel good with and having that depth is, a flexibility in itself. And it's good not to give them up over to the waiver wire and let somebody else beat you with them. So it's really just about the position. But in general, I think flexibility is a little bit more valuable than depth, as long as you have like legit studs that are kind of locked in. If you made the playoffs, then odds are that is the case. So that's my opinion there. Good luck, Ross Roberts. But Howard Mighty J is asking James Conner or Christian Kirk. I think I'm going to go Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk has just been so consistent. James Conner did not catch any receptions last week, and I'm a little worried about the touchdown upside with him. I think it's a little bit hit or miss with Conner, whereas Kirk is just so reliable. Even when the Jaguars were trash last week against the Niners, Kirk still went over 100 yards, over 10 points. He's been so consistent, so reliable. I'm going to go with Christian Kirk. I think it's a way, way safer play. Kirk all the way, in my opinion. But my name, Jim, is asking Addison versus Denver or Jaden Reed versus Chargers. I'm still going to go Jordan Addison with no Justin Jefferson. I know the matchup's bad against Patrick Surtain, but he's just a safer floor play for sure. Reed occasionally finds the end zone, but without it, he's not going to give you more than like 30 yards. And I really don't trust his floor at all. You're just praying for the touchdown. And even if that happens, you might get like 1 or 2 points more than Addison. Addison is way, way safer. And who knows? Maybe that touchdown comes back to him. Dobbs, though, kind of scares you in terms of the true upside. But from a floor standpoint, you're like kind of banking in 8 points with Addison. With Reed, you're either getting like 2 or maybe like 10, 11. I don't think you're going to get more than 12 with Reed in any circumstance. So given the touchdown is very fluky, I'd go Addison for sure over Jaden Reed. But my name, Jim, also asking, my bad, Addison, Jaden Reed, or Lockett. I don't think Lockett plays. I'm worried about Lockett. If you could guarantee me that Lockett does start, then I'd have him in my lineup. But I think because all 3 games are at different times, actually. So Reed, you're not starting in the morning. I would have Lockett in my lineup tentatively, and you have to check the inactives list before the afternoon games start. But if Lockett is inactive, if Lockett is not going to play, then you pivot to Addison. I think that's really the question that you need to answer. Will Lockett play at all? If he doesn't, go Addison, but I'm not going to go Jaden Reed in either circumstance. It's either between Lockett or Addison, and if Lockett doesn't play, then your decision is made for you. So good luck to you. I think odds are you're going to go Addison. I don't think Lockett will be a reliable, safe option overall. And I have them really close. I think if you just wanted to stay safe with Addison, even if Lockett does play, I don't think that's a bad call either. But I would rank Lockett a couple spots over Addison. If I knew he was going to play at like 27, I have Addison at 30. But Goat Mode is asking Kmet or Ingram or both and take Javonte out of flex. No, I'm going to keep Javonte. Javonte's on fire, and they're using the running back so much in Denver. I'm definitely keeping Javonte. But at tight end, I'm gonna go Evan Ingram, I believe. I think oh no, I'm gonna go Cole Kmet. Sorry, I'm going Cole Kmet. Yeah, Komet has the touchdown upside. Ingram is going to give you 7 targets. The floor is with Ingram, but he hasn't scored a touchdown all year long. That's not what he offers you. T Law only has like 2 games with over 2 touchdowns, and one of them was in week 1. He's has like no upside, and I don't trust Ingram to give you more than 10 points. Whereas Komet can score multiple touchdowns with Fields back under center. The volume's going to be safe. Pretty similar to Ingram overall, but Komet gets used in the red zone. Give me Komet for sure. I think there's way more upside with Cole Kmet. But imposible. Sorry, I thought it was like in Spanish. I wanted to say imposible, but no, impossible. Who to start? Half PPR, 4 and 6, 1 QB, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 flex. Murray or Justin Herbert? I'm going to go Justin Herbert at quarterback. 2 running backs. You need Pacheco, B. Rob, Henderson, Chandler. I'm going to go with Brian Robinson 100% and Pacheco. I do not trust Henderson. I do not trust the Rams running backs at all. Very touchdown dependent. I think Pacheco is more likely to get you the touchdown. So your 2 running backs would be Brian Robinson and Pacheco. And then wide receiver, you have Amon-Ra, Tank Dell, Nico, Lockett, and Godwin. I'm obviously going Amon-Ra. You cannot bench Amon-Ra. And at the moment, you cannot bench Tank Dell either. I'm going to go Tank Dell over Nico. However, at flex, I'm going to go with Nico. I think Nico and Dell, that combo is a very safe, bust-proof scenario. Maybe one doesn't score a touchdown, but the other will definitely do that. And leaning into CJ Stroud at the moment is a very good call. I'm worried about Lockett's injury. Even if he plays, it's not a super safe spot. And then Godwin I have outside the top 30. I'm a little worried about Godwin's upside. So I'm going to go with Justin Herbert, Brian Robinson, Isaiah Pacheco, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Tank Dell, and Nico Collins. Your opponent started Chase and Mark Andrews. Good for you. Odds are you win this week, given the injuries that happened on Thursday night. But Peter Santiago is asking Fields or Dobbs. Also pick 2, Laporta, McBride, DJ Moore, full PPR. I'm going to go Fields for sure. I think Fields has elite upside. He averaged 140 rushing yards per game in those 2 last season. Against Detroit, he was on fire in the run game. So I think Fields has the highest upside for sure. Dobbs gets a bad matchup against Denver, and I think he falls back down to earth a little bit. I got Fields top 5. I have Dobbs outside the top 12. Give me Justin Fields at quarterback. But at tight end, I'm definitely going McBride over Laporta. I would definitely want McBride over Laporta, but I have DJ Moore inside the top 10 this week. I think DJ Moore is going to light it up. He was averaging 23 fantasy points in his last 4 games with Justin Fields. So you're going to take the Fields and DJ Moore stack, 100%. Definitely want that in my lineup. I think they're going to lean on the pass against Detroit. The Lions stopped the run pretty well. So definitely give me DJ Moore. And then at tight end, I have Trey McBride as a must-start top 5 option this week. Meanwhile, I have Laporta at number 8. I think you're getting way more volume with McBride right now, and he's more likely to go over 100 yards. And I think the touchdown might inevitably hit, but even if Laporta scores a touchdown, you're getting a safer floor, very high with McBride. In full PPR, chase the volume, go with McBride. 100%. So McBride and DJ Moore benching Laporta. But Ol Rack is asking full PPR flex. Quentin Johnston, Thielen versus Dallas, White versus San Francisco, Madison versus Denver, Hunt versus Pittsburgh, or Zay Jones versus Tennessee. Given Zay Jones has not played since week 5, I'm not going to go Zay Jones. Given Kareem Hunt has DTR at quarterback, I'm going to avoid the Browns offense if I can. I'm not going to go with Kareem Hunt. He might score a touchdown, but not do much else. Madison is likely to play, but not a guarantee. I don't think I'm going to risk it against Denver. It's not the best matchup, and it's possible he gives you a bagel and doesn't even suit up. So, right, to be honest with you, it's between Rachaad White, Quentin Johnston, Adam Thielen, and Rachaad White is catching a lot of receptions right now. I have Rachaad White inside my top 15, I believe. I think I have Rachaad White at number 14 this week. No, I have him exactly at 15. Yeah, Rachaad White would be my guy. Over 100 yards on average in the last 3-4 games. Rachaad White since the bye has been really, really good. 3 touchdowns the last 2 games as well. I know it's the Niners. I'm a little worried about it, but I think I'm going to stick with Rachaad White. I think there's a lot of volume in the passing game too. I think he catches just as many receptions as Quentin Johnston does. And then Thielen, I think, has no upside against Dallas. So while he's an interesting floor play, I'm going to go with Rashad White. I don't feel like amazing about it against the Niners, but I think from a floor standpoint, it's way more reliable. And because he gets so much work in the passing game in full PPR, I think he gets a bit of an upgrade. In these rankings, I'd probably prefer Rashad White over DeAndre Swift, to be honest with you. But so give me Rashad White. Give me Rashad White in that spot. But Akshay Shah is asking start 2 wide receiver at 1 flex. Tank Dell, Garrett Wilson, Devontae Adams, Trey McBride. I am going to go Trey McBride at flex, and then at receiver, I'm going to go Tank Dell, Garrett Wilson. I just don't trust Adams right now with the rookie under center. The touchdown upside is not really there, and the volume has been a little bit slim for him. He's like kind of maxing out at like 5 for 70 yards, and like even that is kind of like an optimistic projection. So I think Tank Dell is like a lock in your lineup right now. Garrett Wilson is getting so much volume. Even without the touchdown, he's giving you like 8 for 90 every week. So I got to go with Tank Dell and Garrett Wilson at receiver. And then at flex, McBride is just on fire right now. So much volume headed his way. I definitely trust him right now. It feels weird to say, but McBride over Devontae Adams would be my flex decision. I'm benching Adams of those 4. Good luck to you, Akshay. But Ulrach, Guyton is out. Should I flex Quentin Johnston? It all depends on who you have. It looks like this is in regards to your previous question about your flex decision. I would still go Rashad White over Quentin Johnston. I think Quentin is interesting, but very touchdown dependent, not really proven yet. I would still go Rashad White over Quentin Johnston. But he is a little more interesting with no Jalen Guyton. That's for sure. I just don't love it. Don't love it too much. But Finn Strom is asking Singletary, Thielen, or Swift at flex in full PPR. I'm going to go Swift. I have Swift top 15 here at number 14 on the screen. I have Singletary at number 25. I definitely trust Swift a lot more. Swift is guaranteeing you 18 touches, where Singletary is very boom bust. Last week was amazing, but 2 weeks ago was brutal. I don't really trust Singletary too much, to be honest. So I'm going to go DeAndre Swift over Devin Singletary, and then I don't want to deal with Thielen and the Panthers offense against the Cowboys this week. I'm going to bench Thielen. For sure, give me DeAndre Swift in this spot. I think he has a decent shot to score a touchdown, but even if he doesn't, he's probably going to get you like 8-10 points guaranteed in full PPR just on yardage alone. But Akshay Shah is asking start 1 running back, 1 flex, Brian Robinson, Kenneth Walker, Hollywood, Tony Pollard. Will he go off? I don't think Pollard is safe. It's a great matchup, but he's been shit this year, and maybe he scores a touchdown, but it's so hard to bet on. I only have Pollard at number 18 this week, whereas I have Brian Robinson number 13. With no Antonio Gibson, I got to go Robinson at running back, and I do have Kenneth Walker at number 11. I'm going to go Kenneth Walker and Brian Robinson. I do not trust Hollywood after last week's game. Last week was brutal for Hollywood. I don't trust him at the moment. Needs to prove it before I like really endorse him top 20 again. Pollard has just been so inconsistent. No touchdowns available for him, and he's barely giving you like 60 yards on the ground. I as well, like Pollard kind of sucks right now. I don't trust Pollard. I definitely trust Brian Robinson with no Antonio Gibson. I gotta start B-Rob, and then I got Walker ranked even. Good luck to you, Akshay. But Devin Birch asking Khalil Herbert or Derrick Henry. Got to go Derrick Henry. I know last week was bad, but the matchup for Khalil is terrible. The Lions are really good against the run, and I don't have Khalil inside the top 25. I have Herbert at 28. Herbert at 28. Meanwhile, I have Henry number 3 this week. If you look at the stats against Jacksonville, he owns them. He averages 150 yards in the last 4 years per game against Jacksonville. He's so dominant, and I know last week was fucking terrible, but I just got to lean into that track record. He has fucking owned the Jaguars. So I'm going to go Derrick Henry. I have to go Derrick Henry. A little bit worried about it, to be honest, but I just have to do it. I can't bench Henry against the Jaguars. So hoping I'm right, but I have him in the subscriber league. I think I am right. I think I am. But we do have a donation. So he jumps the queue. O-Rod the Mod Thank you for the donation, my friend. I really appreciate the super chat. But Quentin Johnston, Mike Evans, or Laporta in the flex. Thanks in advance. I'm going to go Mike Evans. I know the Niners scare you a little bit, but Evans is still really consistent, highest odds to score a touchdown. I think I got to go Mike Evans. I got him top 15 at receiver. Don't think I can bench him. Laporte is very interesting, but I don't think that he has as high of a chance to score a touchdown. I think you're getting like maybe 5 for 50 with Laporta guaranteed, but that touchdown is very elusive. Whereas with Evans, you can get 6 for 80 and a touchdown in garbage time. Like he can do nothing in the first 3 quarters and then all get it done in the fourth. I got to go with Mike Evans. I just have to. And then I know Jalen Guyton's not going to play in LA for the Chargers, but I don't trust Quentin Johnston. I just don't. As a Chargers fan, I think he's too risky to fully endorse. Got to go Mike Evans. Got to go Mike Evans, pal. But thank you for the donation. Really appreciate it. But let's get back to where we were in the queue. We have a half hour left, so let's try and rip through these as fast as possible, answer as many as we can. But Mike Duke, Zay Jones, McKinnon, or Freiermuth for flex PPR. Shit. Because it's full PPR, I'm going to go Zay Jones. I think there's more targets for Zay Jones. Freiermuth is not getting much volume, and even if he scores a touchdown, it could be his only reception of the game. He could still get you only 7 points with a touchdown in full PPR. I'm going to bench Freiermuth. I'm going to bench McKinnon. I'm going to go with Zay Jones. Zay Jones has been getting red zone looks as well. Give me Zay Jones over McKinnon and Freiermuth. But Luis Ornelas is asking JSN or Rondell Moore. I got to go JSN. I think with the injury to Tyler Lockett, he hasn't practiced at all this week. There's a lot of game plan intended for JSN this week. I think JSN is at worst a top 35 option. I do not have Rondell Moore top 40. Give me JSN over Rondell Moore. But Prime Shooter asking start Keenan or Kupp full PPR. I got to go Keenan Allen. Kupp has been a little brutal lately. Even with Stafford was healthy, he had some bad games. He does have a good track record against Seattle, but after last week when they funneled Keenan so many targets, I think Keenan is going to get so much volume. I have Keenan inside my top 5 or 6. I have Keenan at 6. I have Kupp at 9. I'm going to go Keenan Allen at number 6 in my rankings over Cooper Kupp. But Michael Simmons is asking Trey McBride or Ingram full PPR. Got to go McBride. Got to go McBride. Way more volume for McBride. Ingram is getting like 7 targets a game, but McBride in 2 of his last 3 has over 10 targets. McBride all the way. I got McBride at number 5. Ingram outside the top 10. But Michael Simmons also asking Chiefs or Niners defense. Got to go the Niners. I'd rather avoid the Eagles. Much rather lean into the Buccaneers in terms of matchup. Definitely give me the 49ers over the Chiefs this week. But Devin Birch is asking Calvin Ridley, Rashee Rice, George Pickens, KJ Osborne, Christian Watson. Pick 2, full PPR. I'm definitely going Rashee Rice. I love the matchup for Rashee Rice. I have Rashee inside my top 25 this week. I think he's a great, excellent flex play. I'm trusting Rashee Rice. But at your second option, damn, it's tough. It's between Ridley and Pickens for me. I don't trust KJ Osborne. I don't trust Christian Watson at all. They've been really brutal lately. I think I'm going to go Ridley. I don't feel good about it, but after last week's terrible game, I think they bounce back. And Ridley actually plays a lot better when Zay Jones is on the field. It's weird, but it just does happen. I'm going to go Calvin Ridley and Rashee Rice. I'm going to bench George Pickens, bench Osborne, and bench Christian Watson. Good luck to you, Devin Birch. But Jonathan Medrano, hey Adam, I need one to flex. Lockett or Kincaid. I do have DK as my wide receiver 2. So do I run both Seahawks receivers or run 2 tight ends together? Kincaid and Kittle together. I'm going to go with Kincaid over Lockett. Lockett didn't practice at all this week. He's not a guarantee to play. And even if he does, I don't think he has like a full bevy of snaps. I think he's limited this week at the very least, if not doesn't play at all. I'm going to go Dalton Kincaid, who's pretty much automatic, has only like dropped 4 targets in the last 3-4 games. He's catching like a 90% catch rate. For Josh Allen, I think they lean on Kincaid. I think if one of them scores a touchdown, it's more likely Kincaid as well. I'm going to go double tight end this week with Kittle and Kincaid, and going to start DK, bench Lockett this week. But Thor Bear is asking non-PPR, flex Swift or Dell. Got to go Dell. I know Swift in non-PPR is usually like the safer play. You usually favor running back, but Swift. If Jalen Hurts didn't vulture the touchdown so much in Philly, I would go Swift, but I think it's really close. I think I'm going to favor the touchdown upside. I'm going to go Tank Dell, who I have top 10 this week at receiver. Give me Tank Dell over DeAndre Swift, even in standard. But Jacob01 is asking, hey, full PPR, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, 1 quarterback, DJ Moore, Addison, Ridley, Deontay Johnson, JSN, Brian Robinson, Gibbs, James Cook, Purdy, or Herbert at quarterback. I'm still going to trust Herbert. The matchup is elite for Purdy, but I think Herbert gets it done. He does have some injured receivers, but still I think I'm going to roll with Herbert. A little more talent with Herbert. Purdy has maybe a safer floor, but not as high of a ceiling. I'm going to go Herbert over Purdy at quarterback. But your 2 running backs, I think I'm going to go Brian Robinson and Jahmyr Gibbs 100%. With no Antonio Gibson, Brian Robinson is top 15 this week. I got Gibbs top 10. I do not have James Cook inside the top 20. He is not scoring touchdowns at a high rate. I want to see what that new offensive coordinator does with Buffalo before I fully endorse Cook over Brian Robinson this week. So Gibbs and B-Rob at your 2 running backs, and then your 2 wide receivers. I'm going to go with DJ Moore inside the top 10. I think he's a lock in your lineup this week. I absolutely love DJ Moore. And then I think I'm going to go, it all depends on Lockett's availability. But if Lockett doesn't play in the afternoon, give me JSN. And if Lockett does play, I'm going to go Addison. I have this exact same decision in the subscriber league. So I'm gonna start a poll for this. Who to start at wide receiver? And I'm gonna ask JSN or Jordan Addison, because I'm also very interested in what people have to say regarding this. So I'm starting this poll. It's partly for you, it's partly for me. But who to start at wide receiver this week? JSN or Jordan Addison? Everyone, hit that poll. Let me know what you think this week. But where were we? We do have a super chat coming in. Thank you, Jay Schilling, for the donation. You jumped the queue. Kyler or Fields in full PPR. I mean, for quarterback, PPR is kind of irrelevant, but I'm going to go Justin Fields. I have Fields top 5. I have Fields at number 3 this week. I really trust him. Meanwhile, I have Kyler at number 14. I still don't fully trust Kyler. To be honest with you, I think there's more upside with Fields, who is putting up like almost 30 points a game before he got injured in like his previous 3. So, excuse me. I'm going to go with Justin Fields over Kyler Murray. Good luck, but I think there's way higher upside with Justin Fields. But let's get back to the questions. Thank you for the donation as well. Really appreciate it. Jacob 01 asking Commanders or Bills defense. I think I'm going to go the Bills defense. Yeah, I think I have the Bills 1 spot above the Commanders. I think it's up to you. Whichever one you prefer is honestly not a bad pick. I think both of them are really safe, but I think I don't feel confident in the Jets offense at all. Because they lost week 1, they got embarrassed. They fired their OC. They're going to be really sharp, really focused, and I think the Bills clamp down this week. I think I'm going to go Bills. But the Commanders do have a great matchup as well. It's really close, but I have the Bills 1 spot higher. The Commanders do give up a lot of receiving yards overall, and I just don't fully trust them. I'm going to go with the Bills over the Commanders at defense. But we have 20 minutes. We got to fly through this. Eric Fortis, full PPR. Sit 1, Pollard, A-Chain, Barkley, or Swift. I'm gonna sit Pollard. It feels weird. It's between Pollard and Swift, but if it wasn't for the matchup for Pollard, like he's been doing shit this season, and I still don't trust him to score a touchdown. I think Pollard is not a safe play. I think Swift is a little bit more reliable from a floor standpoint. If you just wanted to take a swing on that touchdown to finally hit for Pollard, like this is the matchup for it to happen. The Panthers can't stop the run, but I don't trust Pollard that much. I'm going to sit Pollard, to be honest. But you're also asking sit 1, Nakua, Devontae Smith, and Thielen, D-Hop. I am sitting Thielen. I do not want to go up against Dallas. I'm going to sit Adam Thielen. Go with Nakua and Devontae Smith for sure, and then D-Hop just barely over Thielen. I don't feel great about it, but I'm going to be benching Thielen this week. But Devin Birch, Quentin Johnston, or Christian Watson, I definitely prefer Quentin Johnston with no Jalen Guyton. Quentin should see more targets from Justin Herbert. Watson is like barely giving you 30 yards per game. I would go Quentin Johnston. But Grind Don't Stop is asking, should I trade Kenneth Walker for Monty or Ramondre Stevenson, or get both backs for Kenneth Walker and Devin Singletary? I own Gibbs already. I would try to get Montgomery over Kenneth Walker. I would not try to get Ramondre Stevenson. Um, no, I try to hold on to Stevenson over Singletary. I think if Pierce comes back soon, which I think he likely will, then it's like really hard to trust. I'm going to go with Montgomery over Kenneth Walker and only want to trade for him. I'm going to hold on to Stevenson. Good luck to you. But Frenzy MS, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 flex. Javonte Williams, Jerome Ford, Singletary, Derrick Henry, and wide receiver Dell, DJ Moore, Metcalf. Okay, we are starting Derrick Henry and Javonte Williams. And then at receiver, we're going with DJ Moore and Tank Dell. And then at flex, I'm going with DK Metcalf. With Lockett injured, I think Metcalf has a really good game this week. And I don't trust Ford with DTR at quarterback. And then Singletary is so boom bust, I don't feel too good about him. I love the matchup for Henry. I know last week was brutal, but I'm going to go with Henry against Jacksonville, Javonte Williams, Tank Dell, DJ Moore, and Metcalf this week. Good luck to you, Frenzy MS. But Patrick saying full PPR flex Connor or Ridley. I am going to go with James Conner. I just don't trust Ridley, even in full PPR. Can't do it. Just can't fucking do it with Ridley. He's so risky. Can't go with Ridley. But Hugh Nguyen, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Full PPR flex Brian Robb, Tank, or D-Hop. Damn. I think I still got to go with Tank Dell. It's between Tank Dell and Brian Robinson. I think if you just want a floor, go with B-Rob. But in terms of upside, I think Tank Dell, just because it's full PPR, I think you get more volume in the passing game. An elite play, great matchup for him. I don't think I can bench Tank Dell. But damn, I really want to try to get Brian Robinson in my lineup. It's between the two. I think it's a real toss-up. Trust your gut, but I think I would go with Tank Dell over Brian Robinson. Don't feel great about it. I think I could be wrong. Could be better to go with B-Rob. It's a little safer, but I think I'd still go Tank Dell because it's full PPR and he's a receiver. But Chuba is asking, a few players on bye and IR. Do I flex Herbert or Spears? I'm going to go Khalil Herbert. I still don't trust the volume for Spears. He is efficient, but I think there's more touches for Herbert and a little more likelihood to find the end zone. I'm going to go Khalil Herbert over Tyjae Spears. I still think Henry is not giving up the workload enough for Tyjae Spears. But Eric Fortis is asking full PPR flex who, Ridley or Darrell Henderson. I have Kirk already starting in a wide receiver slot. I don't trust Henderson. I think because of the full PPR setting, there is higher upside with Ridley. There's no floor. You could get 2 points with Ridley, and it wouldn't shock me at all. Henderson at least gets you 5, but it's very unlikely he gets you more than 7. And I think I'm going to go Ridley just because there's more upside with Ridley. I know it's really risky, but I think there's a higher chance to go over 10 points with Ridley in full PPR. Fuck it. I'm going to go Calvin Ridley over Darrell Henderson. But Joe Phelan is asking non-PPR, pick 1 wide receiver, 1 flex, Puka, Christian Kirk, Singletary, Warren, or Khalil Herbert. Okay, 1 wide receiver, 1 flex. Definitely going Christian Kirk. But because it's non-PPR, I'm going to go Jalen Warren over Puka. I think Warren is more likely to score a touchdown. Stafford rarely throws for more than 1 touchdown in a game, and I think it's more likely to go to Cooper Kupp. I think Warren finds the end zone this week. I'm going to go Christian Kirk and Jalen Warren because it's standard. I think you favor the running back a little bit more, and I have both of them at like number 20. Overall, I'm going to go Jalen Warren and Christian Kirk. I definitely trust Christian Kirk for sure. But Jay Schilling asking Kyler or Fields full PPR, please. I think this was your super chat question, but I'm going to go with Justin Fields over Kyler Murray, 100%. But Brock Wild is asking start 2 full PPR, Saquon, Aaron Jones, or Achibi. I think you mean A-Chain. I think that's what you mean, but I could be wrong. I'm going to assume it's A-Chain because... yes, it is A-Chain. Okay, I'm going to go with... Saquon and A-Chain. A-Chain just has such high upside, such high production. I'm going to go A-Chain and Saquon. There's so much volume for Saquon. Aaron Jones, I don't trust that offense. Give me Saquon and A-Chain in that spot. But Kyle Singer asking Gabe Davis, Brandon Cooks, Madison, Ford, pick one running back, one flex, full PPR. Definitely going to go with Brandon Cooks over Gabe Davis. And I'm going to go with Madison over Ford. I'm going to go with Madison and Brandon Cooks. Cooks over Ford. I think there's, in full PPR, much higher upside for Cooks, who catches passes. Ford doesn't find touchdowns anymore. I'm going to go with Madison and Cooks. But Grind Don't Stop is asking Browns or 49ers defense. I do have the 49ers one spot higher, or maybe two spots higher. It's really close. They're both really good. I'm going to go the Niners over the Browns. With Chase Young, their defense just looks so scary. I'm going to go with the Niners over the Browns. But Mark, PPR pick 2, Mostert, Ayuk, Puka, and Dell. In full PPR, I'm going to go with Dell and Ayuk. I think there's enough volume for Dell and Ayuk to feel very confident. Puka, I have lower in the ranks, so you only need 2. I'm not going to go with Puka. And then Mostert, a little hard to fully endorse in full PPR. Might lose some work to A-Chain, and he's very touchdown dependent. I'm going to go with Tank Dell and Brandon Ayuk. I have them both top 12 at receiver. But King Shakur, Mahomes, or Dobbs this week, definitely got to go Mahomes. Like, you can't go Dobbs over Mahomes, bro. Nah, can't do it. But who should I flex? I have Osborne, Brandon Cooks, Alexander Madison. I'm going to go Brandon Cooks. I think there's the highest touchdown upside for Cooks. Can't trust Osborne, and Madison might not play. He's likely to play, but not a guarantee. I think I'd rather just go Brandon Cooks over Madison. Safer floor with Madison, but higher upside with Brandon Cooks. But Eric Fortis, full PPR, Tua or Purdy. I'm going to go Purdy 100%. Purdy has a way better matchup. I have him top 10. I got Tua at like number 12. But Jose Ramos, what up, boys? Just traded Jake Ferguson for Nico Collins. I have Chase and Joe Burrow's injury worries me, so I added some wide receiver depth. I also awesome. David Ratz, what do you think? Evan Ingram or Luke Musgrave this week? Got to go Evan Ingram. Evan Ingram is guaranteeing you 7 targets. Musgrave is very touchdown dependent and very rarely goes over 30, 40 yards. Got to go Evan Ingram this week. But Apes is asking Jalen Reed or Rondell Moore. I'm going to go Rondell Moore. He had 8 targets last week. Reed is extremely touchdown dependent, and I think you have a safer floor with Rondell Moore. But Frenzy says thank you. You're welcome, Frenzy. Apes is also saying full PPR. Definitely going Rondell Moore in full PPR. 100% Apes. Definitely over Jaden Reed. But Mark Benitez, full PPR. Robert Woods, Jahan Dotson, or Deontay Foreman. Damn. I'm going to go Jahan Dotson. I don't trust Foreman. He's been injured, and Khalil Herbert's going to really eat into his volume. Going to go with Jahan Dotson. Don't feel good about it, but I got to go Jahan Dotson. We have another donation. Super chat from Bruce Cowdrey. Thank you very much, Bruce. With Michael Wilson out, your thoughts on Rondell Moore at flex full PPR? Thank you. I mean, last week was encouraging. 8 targets for him. Led the team in terms of wide receivers. But I feel like Marquise Brown should still start to overtake him. Last week was really weird for Marquise Brown. Not sure if that's going to continue for Rondale. But with no Michael Wilson, there is a little bit more volume available. I have him top 45, but he's still like really touchdown dependent. He barely gets targeted down the field. It's just like checkdowns for him. So in full PPR, you're banking on the volume. I think it gives you like 8 points guaranteed. Maybe gets you 10 with like 5 for 45, something like that in terms of a stat line, but I doubt he scores a touchdown. That's usually not his game, but he's decent in full PPR. You could do worse. That is for sure. But we have 10 minutes. We gotta speed through, everyone. Thank you for the donation, Bruce. Really appreciate it. But Jose Ramos, Stroud or Herbert? Usually start Herbert, but I have a lot of bye weeks, so Nico Collins is at flex. Would be better to get that stack. No, I have no Chargers receivers. The stack is not bad, but I still trust Herbert. I think after last week, I think they're just going to lean into the passing game in this offense. I think Herbert is the safer option. Stroud is definitely interesting. I could be wrong here, but I have them both top 10. I do have Herbert higher. I'm going to go with Herbert, but I am a Chargers fan. Keep that bias in mind. I could be wrong. I think the safer floor, though, would be Justin Herbert. Stroud is very interesting, but a little bit harder to trust at the end of the day. But Mark Benitez take a bong hit. Nah, man, not today. No, no offense, just not at the moment. But Hugh Nguyen, thank you, sir. You're welcome. Bill Froelich, standard pick 2, Mostert, Devontae Smith, Metcalf. Um, Gonna go with Mostert, who is very likely to score a touchdown, and then I'm also gonna go Devontae Smith. I think against the Chiefs with no Dallas Goedert, he gets a big workload. Give me Devontae Smith and Raheem Mostert this week in a bench DK Metcalf Bill. But Levi Griffin, JSN or Jahan Dotson, definitely going JSN. I don't trust Jahan Dotson right now. Definitely going JSN. But trilingual kid, pick 2 running backs, 1 flex. Tony Pollard, Brees Hall, A-Chain, Mike Evans, Devin Singletary. Going A-Chain, the upside is just so high. I got to go A-Chain. The matchup is great. And then I can't start Pollard right now. I'm benching Tony Pollard. I'm going to go with Brees Hall as my RB2. But then at flex, I'm going to go Mike Evans over Tony Pollard. I just don't trust Tony Pollard at all. I just really don't. I'm benching Devin Singletary. I don't trust him either. But this is full PPR though. Yeah, I'm going to go Evans over Pollard. I think they're both um, decent options, but I'm going to go Mike Evans, who I think gets a lot of volume in garbage time. Give me Mike Evans, A-Chain, and Brees Hall. But grind don't stop. Would you start Monty or Gibbs? I'm going to go Gibbs. More passing volume and had more touches last week. I think Gibbs is the RB1. Rest of season, while Montgomery is still getting involved, I'm going to go Gibbs over Montgomery. But didn't expect Muth back and started Irv Thursday. Have to drop Parham or Gesicki and Dino. Gonna drop Gesicki. I think with Everett's injuries, I don't think I trust Gesicki. I'm gonna go Parham. Also in Dynasty, I think there might be a little bit more upside for Parham next year if they move off Everett and just stick with Parham. Very risky with both, but good luck to you. Devin Birch, Darrell Henderson, Pacheco, or Devin Singletary. Going to go Pacheco, 100%. I don't trust the Rams' backfield, and Singletary is very hit or miss, very boom bust. I think the safer option would be Pacheco. But Mark, oh, gotta swap the battery. Gotta change the battery. We'll be back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're back. Okay. Mark Benitez, Rico Daddle, Royce Freeman, Madison, McKinnon, pick 2 standard scoring. I'm going to go Madison for sure. I'm hoping he plays. That's a little bit risky, but if he doesn't, then you can at least pivot to McKinnon on Monday night. And then I'm going to go Royce Freeman. I don't trust Rico Daddle, to be honest, even in a good matchup. I'd rather avoid Rico Daddle. Give me Madison and Royce Freeman this week. But Devin Birch, Tua or Russell? I'm going to go with Tua. I have Tua top 12, and I think they lean on the pass a little bit. I'm going to go Tua over Russ. Russ is not averaging over 200 yards passing this season. So give me Tua over Russell. But Kuya G68, Adam Thielen or Jacoby Myers. Damn, I don't trust Jacoby right now. It's very tempting, but I just don't. I think I'm going to go Adam Thielen. I have Thielen. Yeah, I have Thielen at 34. I have Myers at 39. I'm going to go with Adam Thielen over Jacoby Myers. It's very close, but I'm going to go Adam Thielen. A little more volume for Thielen at the moment. But Matthew Davies is asking James Conner or Tyler Lockett start sit. I mean, it all depends on Lockett's game status, but I don't think you have that luxury to just wait on him. I think I'm going to go James Conner. I think you could get a bagel waiting for Lockett to play. It's not a guarantee, and I don't feel too great about it. I'm going to go with James Conner over Tyler Lockett. But you're asking this question a lot. Tariq Taylor, Ridley, Amari, or Gabe Davis? Gonna go Amari Cooper. I don't feel good about it, but I gotta go Amari Cooper. Don't feel good, but it is what it is. Just gotta roll with the punches. Give me Amari Cooper and hope for the best with DTR. But Konstantinos Giftopoulos, media studies, Aaron Jones or Singletary full PPR. I'm going to go Aaron Jones. Seeing a lot of volume lately, a few more receptions, I think. I still find Singletary really hard to trust. I could be wrong. I've told like everyone to bench Singletary today, and I could really be wrong. But I just trust Aaron Jones a little bit more. I have him really close, though. I think they're like back-to-back at 24, 25. Oh, no. It's a good thing I checked. I actually have Singletary one spot. I'm going to go Singletary. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm going to go Singletary over Aaron Jones. Really, really close, though. Good luck. I don't feel like amazing about it, but good luck. But Patrick, 10-man PPR trade Downs, Ridley, Jay Cook, and Sharp. They have Walker for DJ Moore and Devontae Adams. They haven't really been paying attention to fantasy. I mean, it's a lot to give up, but yeah, fuck it. Definitely the better player overall with DJ Moore, and then Adams is way more of consistent than Ridley. Yeah, fuck it. I mean, giving up James Cook is not not a great option, but yeah, do it. Do it. Nicholas Rosenthal. We have 5 minutes. Tua, Purdy, or Dak. I'm going to go Purdy. I love the matchup against Tampa Bay. It's really elite. Dak has some real upside, but I feel like he could get benched early. I'm going to go with Purdy. I think I trust Purdy a little more. Tua at number 12 is the lowest ranked of the three. But Coin Flip is asking PPR Flex, White or JSN. I think if you know that Lockett is not going to play, I'm going to go JSN. But if Lockett does play, I'm going to go Rashad White. I think odds are I'm going to go Rashad White over JSN. But in full PPR, I might go with JSN if I know for sure that Lockett doesn't play. But Nicholas, again, Tua, Purdy, or Dak. I'm going with Purdy. Joe Budafuco, Flex Madison or Hollywood. Yeesh. I'm going to go Hollywood just because I don't know if Madison will play. I don't think I want to push my luck. Yeah, I don't feel good about it, but I'm going to go Hollywood. Damn. Good luck there. Tariq Taylor, Kareem Hunt, or Sam Laporta, full PPR flex. Definitely Sam Laporta. I don't trust the Browns backfield with DTR under center. But Joe Budafuco, I don't know if I answered this this question. Thank you for the super chat. Whoa, I like lost where I was. Flex Madison or Hollywood? I'm going to go with Hollywood. Yeah, I don't feel amazing about it, but I'm going to go Hollywood. And then it looks like we have another super chat from DK Mitchell. Thoughts? Need wide receiver. Had Jamar pick 2, full PPR, running back 2, and flex. Singletary, A-Chain, Mostert, Rashad, and Devontae, and Dell. Okay. You need one running back here. I'm going to go with A-Chain. Am I? It's between A-Chain and Mostert. I actually have Mostert one spot higher. I'm going to go Mostert. He's seen one more touch when A-Chain is healthy. And, yeah, I'm going to go with A-Chain. And then at receiver, I'm going to go with Tank Dell. If you only need 2, I'm going to go with Tank Dell and A-Chain. I don't feel like incredible about it, but oh no, I'm going with Mostert. I'm going with Mostert and Tank Dell. Sorry. I'm going with Mostert and Tank Dell. You might just want to go with both Dolphins running backs, but I think I gotta go Mostert and Dell. That's what I'm doing. I think you get a touchdown from Mostert and a touchdown from Dell. And then the rest are a little bit hard to like fully trust. But good luck. Sean, 17, DK or Henry at flex full PPR. Henry owns the Jags. I'm gonna go with Henry. He has 20-point upside. I'm gonna go with Henry. It's risky, but I'm gonna go with Derrick Henry. We have 2 minutes. Pumpkin, Jacoby Myers or Foreman. Give me Jacoby Myers. Nicholas Rosenthal, thank you. You're welcome. Royce Freeman over Chuba. Yes. Royce Freeman. Give me Freeman over Chuba. XM Tucci. Would y'all do Ridley for Jake Ferguson? I lost Mark Andrews, or do I unload Fab on likely full PPR? I'm 7-3. Give me Jake Ferguson. I'd still also want to pick up likely, but I think I'd rather have Ferguson than Ridley. Rex Too Fresh, don't forget to hit the like button, people. Thank you very much. And then what up, Adam? Who you rocking with for full PPR this Sunday? Josh Allen or Kyler Murray? Josh Allen, 100%. Give me Josh Allen. We made it. We made it through the list. I don't think I missed any questions. There was multiple James Conner or Tyler Lockett. Definitely going James Conner there. And then, yeah, we hit every question. We got all the questions. We made it, people. Good luck. Good luck, everyone. Boy, barely. This is my lineup, and I am benching Ridley this afternoon. Yep, benching Ridley. All right. Are there any last-second questions? Nope. Yeah, we made it. We made it, y'all. We fucking did it. So thank you for watching. Really appreciate everyone who donated. Super chats, I really appreciate them. And if you enjoyed this, please hit that like button. It looks like we have 26 likes. Really appreciate it, y'all. And yeah, boy, this one was a a doozy. But it's time. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and it's time to watch some football. Games are about to start, and it's time for me to call it. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope you have a good day. Hope you all win, and good luck to you. Enjoy your afternoon, and I'll see you tomorrow with the win-loss picks for Monday. Have a good day. Have a good one. Whew. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you.